Tonight we're also recognizing the upcoming 20th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act by presenting a resolution. Through this resolution, we're also solidifying our commitment to making our recreation offerings available and accessible to all. It's important to note that this resolution will become part of the permanent record of the Naperville Park District. At this time, I'd like to actually read the resolution. Resolution 10-05, Naperville Park District. A resolution to recognize the 20th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, and recommit to its implementation. Whereas the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, also known as the Civil Rights Act for the Disabled, will celebrate its 20th anniversary on July 26, 2010. And whereas the Great Lakes ADA Center, in conjunction with the National Network of ADA Centers, has launched an effort to encourage 2010 state and local governments to recognize this anniversary and recommit to the full implementation of the ADA. And whereas the Park District is dedicated to providing accessible facilities throughout its park system in compliance with the ADA, making its programs and services available to all people, regardless of disabilities, through the use of inclusion aids and accessibility modifications. And whereas the Park District has evaluated its facilities for accessibility features and has planned for renovations in its transition plans, and whereas the Park District was a founding member of the Western DuPage Special Recreation Association in 1976, and whereas the Park District wishes to recognize Western DuPage Special Recreation Association an integral partner with the Park District, making recreation enjoyable and possible for all. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved by the Board of Park Commissioners of the Naperville Park District, DuPage and Will County, Illinois, that the Park District recognizes the 20th anniversary of the Americans with Disability Act and solidifies its commitment as an organization to continue to make recreation accessible to all throughout its parks and facilities and programs and services. Approved this 8th day of July, Naperville Park District, Mike Riley, President. As we mentioned, the Western DuPage Special Recreation Association is an important partner to the Park District in making recreation programs and services accessible to our residents. So we're pleased to have such a solid partnership with them. It's very beneficial to all. At this time, I'd like to invite Jane Hutchinson, Executive Director of WDSRA, to come up and present some of her thoughts on the impending anniversary of the ADA. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Well, we're all looking forward to the 20th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act because it was such a significant piece of legislation. As Mike mentioned in the resolution, the ADA is known as the Civil Rights Act for people with disabilities. And we want to commend the Naperville Park District because 14 years prior to the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act, Naperville was already thinking ahead to how they could provide recreation programs, services, and facilities to people with disabilities by the formation of WDSRA with 3 other area park districts. And you've been one of our most valued partners ever since then, and we truly appreciate it. And we were absolutely thrilled this year when we heard the results of the city survey when they asked the families with special needs what were the most valuable assets in the city of Naperville, and the number 1 answer was Western DuPage Special Recreation Association. I want to also thank your staff because they make our job so much easier. Our accessibility staff works with Eric. Our recreation staff works so closely with Grant, with Fred, and with the whole staff. And I brought with me 2 of our staff members tonight. Inga Papaleo is one of the people who helps head our inclusion efforts to help kids participate in all of the Naperville Park District programs that they would like to. And Sherry Manshot, who is our PR person, and her daughter Devin, who is acting as the film crew. Thank you very much, Mike. We certainly appreciate it, and we appreciate the support of the Naperville Park District.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.